actually got some skills behind him, can actually slip a jab. I know some people say, oh, he doesn't move his head. Nah, dude, pay attention. He can move his head. He can do a lot of things in there. He has a great jab himself. But I see Arnold Barboza Jr. beating Kenneth Sims Jr. here in Anaheim, California, which is basically a home fight for Barboza. I know he didn't look good against Teofimo Lopez. Kenneth Sims Jr., not even on that level, man. Not even on that level at all. Got beat in his own game. That's exactly what I expected from Arnold Barboza Jr. against Kenneth Sims Jr. I'm telling you guys, man, if you go watch my prediction video, I break down why I don't think Kenneth Sims Jr. was good at all. His offense, his jab, it's nice. But his defense, I've seen him caught in way too many fights in his career to be able to sit and be honest with you guys and tell you as a favorite going into the fight that Kenneth Sims Jr. was gonna win. Based off of what? The eye test? Arnold Barboza. I told you guys, a lot of people were saying that this dude has no head movement. No head movement? You know how many jabs this guy dodged yesterday against Kenneth Sims Jr.? Arnold Barboza absolutely, clearly wins the fight against Kenneth Sims Jr. Don't get me wrong. I think Chris Mannix, I think Sergio Mora, I think these guys were a little biased. I think Kenneth Sims Jr. had at least a couple rounds. I gave him at least 3 rounds. Against Arnold Barboza Jr., I didn't have him just winning 1 round in the whole goddamn fight. But Arnold Barboza Jr. was the cleaner, more sophisticated, well-rounded boxer going into that fight against Kenneth Sims. I'm telling you, man, Sims against Kendo Castaneda, I understand. That was on 2-week notice. But the dude was getting clipped and clipped and clipped against Oscar Duarte. And we all praise Oscar Duarte. But this dude is one of the easiest fighters in the sport of boxing to hit. Duarte's like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, just coming forward. I talked about that training program that they do with Oscar Duarte where they hold the rope behind his waist and, you know, he's just nonstop coming forward. This dude is so hittable. And Oscar Duarte was clipping the hell out of Kenneth Sims Jr. Arnold Barboza Jr. is a way more technical fighter than Oscar Duarte. Way more technical. You got to use different skills against somebody like Arnold Barboza Jr. Kenneth Sims Jr. trying to box, move around the ring against Oscar Duarte. You trying to do that against Barboza Jr., you ain't going to be able to do it because I spoke about Arnold Barboza Jr. being two-dimensional, being able to fight from the outside, use his jab, use his movement, counterboxing. But also, he has a second dimension to him where if he wants to get aggressive, put on pressure and volume, he can. He didn't need to use that tonight. He was the better, more sophisticated, higher ring IQ fighter than Kenneth Sims Jr. And I'm telling you right now, man, that was the 4th time in a row that Arnold Barboza Jr. went into a fight as an underdog. And I talked about how the dude was an underdog against Jose Ramirez. The dude was an underdog against Jack Catterall. And now he's an underdog against Sims Jr.? Like, Sims Jr.'s on that type of level, or the level of Jack Catterall? Stop playing with me. Stop. He wasn't. He just wasn't. Based off of what? Based off of what? Who has this man fought to make you think to yourself, oh, Kenneth Sims Jr. is a goddamn great boxer? Look it, man. Sims Jr. moving up to 147 pounds. That's not the weight class for him. It just ain't, man. It just ain't. The dude doesn't have pop. in his punches. He never had pop in his punches. He's a pillow-fisted fighter. Wanted to move up and try to go toe-to-toe with Barboza. Kenneth Sims Jr. is never gonna be on that level. This dude, if he's gonna fight at 147 pounds, he needs to continue to work out, lift weights, and come in better shape. Because I reacted saying that this dude looked like a completely different fighter going in there against Oscar Duarte. Six-packed up, biceps, tricep popping out of his goddamn arms. And then at 147 pounds, the dude looks flat as hell. No six-pack, no bicep muscle, no tricep muscle. Looked horrible. And I reacted to this, but also thinking to myself, well, we'll see how the fight turns out. You know, muscles don't always win fights. But it turned out exactly how I expected. Arnold Barboza Jr. When this guy is the underdog going into a fight against, you know, not a high-level fighter, Barboza's gonna beat him, bro. He's gonna beat him. Teofimo Lopez, he's just that good. He's just that good. Could make a fighter like Arnold Barboza look as bad as he did. But Teofimo Lopez, like I said, is on a different level. Everybody looks at that Shakur Stevenson fight and now wants to put him down. Nah, bro, that's not how things work. Dude styles make fights. And even though Shakur schooled this kid, I don't mean that T.O. is a normal fighter. Hell nah, my brother. Hell nah. But Arnold Barboza Jr. gets it done and now is making his campaign at 147 pounds. We seen Alexis Rocha go up against Jojo Diaz. And I'll tell you what, man. Jojo Diaz in his last fight against Regis Prograis at 140 pounds. Jojo Diaz last night at 147 pounds against Alexis Rocha, who hasn't been in the ring in, you know, almost 15 months following his last fight against Raul Corriel, a draw. Supposed to have the rematch with Raul a couple months ago. The fight doesn't end up taking place. Finally gets put on this card with Jojo Diaz, and everybody was like, isn't Jojo Diaz a 126-pound fighter, a 130-pound fighter? Because I don't even look at Jojo Diaz like he's a lightweight. For sure not a super lightweight, and for sure not a welterweight. Jojo Diaz, great combination puncher, horrible defense, earmuff defense, earmuffs, not moving his head at all. You want to talk about, you know, not moving your head. You people were saying that about Arnold Barboza Jr. Jojo Diaz is definitely not moving his head. He's coming forward with that earmuff defense. It is getting clipped. But I will say this. It's not like, you know, he got brutally murdered. There was times in that fight where Jojo Diaz was doing some good work against Alexis Rocha, who is way bigger than him, way stronger than him, had the reach advantage, had the size advantage. I see Jojo Diaz at the tail end of his career being able to fight at 140, 147 pounds, but just never really having that much success due to the fact that he's just a smaller guy. He don't have pop in his power. If he had pop in his power, if he had that pop, then he would have rocked Alexis Rocha a couple times yesterday because he hit him cleanly a bunch of times, but it didn't happen. Jojo Diaz releases this video in the morning, finally looking good, is laying there with his daughter, got paid. I think he got paid around $50,000.
Aiden seems very disappointed.
Guys,
at least he didn't get knocked out. If he got knocked out, people would have been talking about, yeah, this guy needs to definitely retire. There's still money out there for him to be made. He came to fight. It's sad to see the way he thought he won the fight. When he got on his knees, it was like, ah. They said Santa Ana. He thought he was from Santa Ana. Oh, my.
By unanimous decision, from Santa Ana, California, Alexis Rocha!
What happened there? Did Jojo think he was
from Santa Ana all of a sudden?
Oh, God. That was sad, bro. But Alexis Rocha is back in the 147-pound division to make a statement. Calls out Arnold Barboza Jr., walks into the ring as Arnold Barboza Jr. is calling out Ryan Garcia. They shake hands. They say they want to make that fight. Both fighters being signed under Golden Boy. This is definitely a fight that we can make and would be an action-packed fight for a fact. Alexis Rocha, Arnold Barboza Jr., action-packed. But I can see Arnold Barboza utilizing the same type of display of boxing that we seen against Kenneth Sims Jr. against somebody like Alexis Rocha. Kenneth Sims Jr. was trying to come forward in that fight against Barboza. Is actually better, in my opinion, fighting on the back foot, but was coming forward trying to, unleash his own volume, his own combinations, but was getting clipped by Barboza. Barboza was using the ring, using his jab, using his counters to outthink Kenneth Sims Jr. I could see Barboza doing that against somebody like Alexis Rocha, who is going to be trying to come forward, unleash combinations. Against Jojo Diaz, started using that size advantage that he had, that reach advantage that he had. Was hitting him with combinations from the perfect distance. And anytime that Jojo Diaz would try to come back, Alexis was out of there. Barboza, entirely different fight than Jojo Diaz. Entirely different fight. A close fight, but an exciting fight that has to happen over here in this side of the region as well. Another fight in Anaheim, California. Arnold Barboza Jr., representing LA. Coming out with that rapper. What was that rapper's dude name? Is that Lil Psycho? Is that Payoso? I know that dude's a Southside rapper coming out of Los Angeles, California. Arnold Barboza Jr. feeling like that homie. Yeah, he feeling like the homie out there. I loved it, man. I loved it. I don't think, it was the most exciting card. Neither do I think Jazza Dickens versus Anthony Kakase was an exciting card. Najee Lopez versus Galagos, Friday Night Pro Box TV was definitely the highlight of the weekend. But Arnold Barboza Jr. now, I believe, is a welterweight champion of the world. The goddamn title that they get him. What is it called? The gold welterweight champion of the world? Hey, man. Great stuff to see. Arnold Barboza Jr. gets the win. Alexis Rocha gets the win. Sebastian Fundora's sister, Gabriela Fundora, gets the knockout win. Got my girl jumping off her seat, wanting to become a boxing fan now. Oscar Collazo, absolutely, demolishing Haro. Haro, the kid from Merced, just gave up, quit on the stool. Went in there like he was going to win the fight, decided to just quit. Was getting completely dominated, so I understand, but my goodness, man. Come on, Jesse. Really? Let me know what you guys think of the card overall. If you watch my prediction video, we picked Arnold Barboza Jr. to win that fight. Me, personally, I see no way Kenneth Sims Jr. was going to win. He was going to have to fight his best fight. And I said if he did win, then I was going to give him the utmost respect because I couldn't see it happening. And I was right. Let me know what you guys think, though. I got some breaking news coming to you guys right now in a little bit.